your forecast first. Sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Well, good evening to you. Calm conditions across the area here tonight, Friday night, and things looking pretty good. It's about to get a little bit cooler out there. You can see on the satellite picture just not a whole lot going on across the region, and that is going to remain the case as we head into the upcoming weekend. All right, let's take a look at the temperatures at least. It was nice today. I mean, we were near 50 degrees. It felt good, but now we're cooling off again. 37 in Champaign, and as we go throughout to this evening, you see those temperatures back down to those 20s again before too long. There is a small chance of a few flurries in the forecast. We've got that, and we debut our Friday night Christmas lights segment. Stay tuned for that. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now on WCIA 3 News.
A driver led police on a high-speed chase where shots were fired. What was found in the car that could have made this a deadly situation? Students are mourning the loss of a classmate. How a 17-year-old was taken way too soon in a car crash.
And the chief last danced more than a decade ago. Why today the U of I chancellor is talking Native American imagery.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 6.
When you have that amount of firepower within a vehicle, you're probably up to no good.
And he wasn't. A man's in custody after police say he ran from them and then shot at deputies during a traffic stop. Good evening. I'm Paul Cicchini.
And I'm Jennifer Roscoe. This happened around midnight. It started on Route 45 near Thomasboro over here, and it ended here in Champaign at Olympian Drive and County Road 1900 North. Lewis is facing weapons charges along with attempted murder. That's where we find WCIA 3's Courtney Bunting right now. She is at the scene. Now, Courtney, he traveled quite a ways.
That's right, Jennifer. About 10 miles is how far he went till he ended up here where he crashed at Olympian and Boardwalk. Now, I talked to several neighbors who live in this area, and of course, by the time he ended up here, those shots were fired well away near Thomasboro, so they just heard squealing tires and saw police lights, but they were still concerned about what was going on, and now Lewis is facing serious charges. A night of patrolling for two Champaign County Sheriff's deputies quickly turned into something very dangerous. They were on Route 45 near Thomasboro.
They see this vehicle speeding on Route 45. They get in behind it to call in the license plate. Keep in mind their lights are not going right now at this point in time. An occupant of the vehicle fires approximately 4 rounds at the sheriff's car.
Luckily, no one was hit, but it didn't end there.
The vehicle is then pursued from Route 45, south to I-74, westbound on Interstate 74, northbound on Prospect Avenue, and ultimately the vehicle crashes at the intersection of Olympian and Boardwalk.
3 people started running after the crash. Deputies arrested 2 of them. One was Lawrence Lewis, who investigators say shot at deputies. Champaign County State's Attorney Julia Reitz says Lewis already had 2 pending gun cases.
Clearly, he's a danger to the public, and he is a flight risk, given the fact that he continues to commit very serious offenses.
Along with the 2 arrests, investigators recovered 3 guns, including one with what police call a drum magazine.
This magazine, this extended drum, would allow you to hold 50 to 100 rounds in a pistol. That is not a defense amount of ammunition and stuff. That is an attack amount of ammunition.
In addition to those 2 gun cases that he's already dealing with, he also has charges and convictions dating all the way back to 2010. Those include gun-related charges, drug possession, as well as domestic battery. That's why Reitz says it's so important that he stays locked up. Reporting live, I'm Courtney Bunting, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
Courtney, thank you so much. Now, the state's attorney's office asked for Lewis's bond to be $10 million. That's because they say he's a flight risk, but the judge kept it at $1 million. He's facing a maximum 90 years behind bars. A Decatur man is dead after a crash. It happened last night just west of Monticello on I-72. State police say the 42-year-old man went off the road and flipped. He was taken to the hospital where he later died. His name has not been released. And a follow-up, students in St. Joseph are mourning the loss of a classmate who died in a car crash. 17-year-old Nadira Edwards died yesterday. The sheriff's office says she stopped at a stop sign, then went through the intersection. A dump truck couldn't stop in time time and hit her car. The two people in the truck weren't hurt. The principal says she was a senior at St. Joe Ogden High School and a talented artist.
She participated in drama, was a big contributor to our We the People Constitution team, and just an overall incredibly insightful, bright young lady.
The principal says they have social workers at school and they're doing everything they can to let students know they have support. That crash is still being investigated.
The state revealed who will get the first doses of the COVID vaccine. It'll go to hospital and healthcare workers in the 50 counties with the highest death rates per capita. That's when the vaccines arrive, likely later this month. In central Illinois, that includes Ford, Coles, and Shelby counties. There is some bad news, though, for counties in central Illinois. Champaign, Douglas, Piatt, and Vermilion counties are not among those scheduled to receive the first doses. To see which counties are on that list, we do have a link on our website, WCIA.com. Now, the state's 7-day positivity rate is over 12%. That is down as there are over 10,000 new cases diagnosed in the state in the last 24 hours. There are more than 770,000 infections diagnosed in Illinois since this pandemic began. Now, in central Illinois, ICU beds are filling up. They are becoming scarce. In fact, 88% are being used in Region 3, West Central Illinois. There were 20 beds available as of midnight. In Region 6, East Central Illinois, 76% of beds are being used with 39 available. 123 more people have died, including 23 from central Illinois. There have been nearly 13,000 COVID-related deaths since the pandemic started.
This is an update on unemployment problems. 9 months into the pandemic, and issues at the Illinois Department of Employment Security continue. Long wait times are still keeping people from their money, and fraudulent claims are being sent to people who are still employed. WCIA 3's Cole Hanke talked with two who have been dealing with this fraud for months.
IDES is still taking thousands of calls every week from the unemployed looking for their benefits. But as they send out those benefits, they're also sending out fraudulent claims to people who are still employed. And UIS Associate Professor Richard Funderburg says the problem is rampant.
1 in every 3 faculty in my department are victims. So this isn't just me. I'm the only one right now in my immediate circle that I know is a second-round victim.
But Funderburg also stands out from his colleagues. He didn't just receive a bogus claim once, he got hit twice.
They should have had a flag on my claimant ID saying that I was fraudulent, but they again determined me eligible.
House Republicans held yet another press conference today to demand the legislature be involved in fixing IDES. They say the fraudulent claims and long wait times for calls back are clear failures, but they have no idea how to fix it.
But I'm not going to assume that I know their problems without having a thorough hearing.
And the problem isn't just for employees. It's also a hassle for their employer. Kevin Epley is an HR director at Landmark Automotive in Springfield. He has had to deal with 7 different employees getting these fraudulent claims, one of them being himself.
Of course, I'm on both sides now. I'm not only a victim, but I'm also someone that has to deal with the circumstances.
Reporting in Springfield, I'm Cole Hanke, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
The national unemployment rate dropped from 6.9% to 6.7% from October to November. In the past week, the state got nearly 75,000 new unemployment claims. Almost 300,000 people claimed unemployment benefits in the state.
Cancellations are happening for college basketball teams across the country. Which game's been called for the Illini?
And also tonight, the U of I has been criticized for not addressing issues related to Native American imagery. How the chancellor plans to change that.
Kevin, by December standards, pretty nice day.
Yeah.
Not bad.
50 degrees here as we wrap up, get ready to wrap up the first week of December. And yeah, felt pretty good, but it's going to get a little cooler for the weekend. So hopefully you got a chance to enjoy today. Officially, it was 49. Look where it could be. It could be -6 like it was in 1893. All right, not bad out there tonight. A quiet Friday night. When we come back, though, we're going to talk about some flurries that could be around into the weekend. So stay tuned.